Hey guys, happy holidays and welcome to my top 10 games that I played in 2020, okay? So this video is not going to be games that came out in the year of 2020. These are going to be games that I played in 2020. It's similar to the video that I did last year, if you guys watched that. If not, I will throw that in the description somewhere so you guys can go check that out and see what games I played last year and enjoyed. So anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Just an FYI, on top of this video, I probably will be doing a actual top 5, maybe even top 10 games that came out in 2020. I'm just still kind of working through those. So, however, I have finished my list for games that I played, ranging from all generations. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, coming in at number 10 is Skies of Arcadia Legends. This is a fantastic turn-based JRPG on the GameCube, with the original release of the game coming out on the Sega Dreamcast. So I don't own a physical copy of this game. It's quite expensive. I believe the GameCube version is actually around $100 complete in box these days, but that's my number 10 pick. It's a fantastic, really light-hearted JRPG. Kind of reminds me a lot of Dragon Quest and Grandia. If you have not played Skies of Arcadia and you are a fan of Dragon Quest or Grandia, I think you would very much enjoy this game. Just kind of that light-hearted humor and nature to the game. Very simple battle mechanics, and you get to fly around in an airship and be air pirates. It's awesome. It's a fantastic game. So that's my number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Spider-Man. So this is the physical copy I own. I actually played this on the PS5, the Spider-Man Remastered version, which is basically this game, but it's got better load times on the PS5 there, as well as graphics. And it's an incredible game. I really enjoyed this. I played it way back in the day when it came out, but I only finished it this year. Just because, I don't remember. I think I got distracted with some other game and maybe wasn't a huge into open world games at the time, but this is a fantastic game. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character. So I really enjoyed, in particular, just spending a ton of time just swinging around the city. Like, I would find myself just getting kind of zoning out during the game and just swinging around and doing a bunch of air tricks and stuff like that. So I really love this about this game. It's very immersive and you really do feel like Spider-Man. I also feel like they just really nailed the character of Peter Parker and Spider-Man in this game. You encounter a lot of the classic villains that he fights. It's by far the best Spider-Man ever made. I got this with the launch edition, Ultimate Edition, whatever, of Spider-Man Miles Morales, so I'm really excited to dig into that, but it probably won't happen this year since it's almost the end of the year, so maybe you guys will see that in my 2021 list next year. But number 9, Spider-Man. Okay, so coming in at number 8 is the Demon's Souls remake on the PS5. Fantastic game. Looks beautiful. This was the first game I got on my PS5, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. The load times are just non-existent. I mean, when you die, you come back alive like almost instantly. Same when you're like loading into the game. Like you start up the game and you're playing in seconds, right? And yeah, this is fantastic. I never did play the original Demon's Souls, but I would say if you're a fan of From Software, Demon's Souls, in my opinion, is the easiest one from Software. So I feel like if you kind of are interested in maybe getting into the Souls games, I think this is a good place to start because it is the easiest one. So in my opinion, the difficulty is more in the traversal of the areas rather than the bosses themselves. The bosses themselves, they're hard, but they're, in comparison to other From Software games, they're quite easy. So yeah, fantastic game. Demon's Souls remake, number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a game I'm playing right now, and that is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. this game is kicking my ass, guys. I'm on the final boss, but it's very hard. I'm gonna have to go back and get a little bit more stronger before I finish it up. But the reason I rank this higher than Demon Souls is the combat is so fun. Like, it's really challenging because in Sekiro, compared to other From Software games, in Sekiro, there's you have to really pay attention to the enemy's telegraphs. In other games, From Software games, it's kind of more like a dodge or a block situation. Where this game, you need to either block, deflect, dodge, jump, counter in a certain way. So there's a lot of different elements to avoiding enemy attacks, but at the same time, it's incredibly satisfying when you do pull them off. And the combat is just really fun in this game. It's a great game. The only downside is it's made me very, very angry at times, and I just wanted to quit. But I'm so close to finishing it that I just got to get it done. By far the hardest From Software game, so keep that in mind. But also very fluid. I like that. So Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice for number 7. Okay, so for number 6, I have Horizon Zero Dawn. Fantastic game. Another game that I played when it came out, but I never finished it. I think it was, if I remember correctly, Horizon Zero Dawn came out around the same time as Breath of the Wild. I think I favored Breath of the Wild over this game a little bit, but this is a fantastic open world game. The combat, I think what really shines about this game is every single robot in this game has a different kind of method in which is most effective to take it down, right? So a lot of the fun in this game was, seeing a group of robots of a particular kind and trying to remember, okay, what's the most effective way to take this down with all the different arrow types and traps and stuff that you have. Just a really huge variety in gameplay in this game. Not to mention a really interesting story, kind of post-apocalyptic setting in which humanity's basically gone back to the Stone Age, but kind of remnants of a technological age remain. In kind of unraveling the mystery of why things are the way they are in this world. It's fantastic, and I'm incredibly excited to play Forbidden West when it comes out next year. So, number 6, Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, so my number 5 game is digital only, and that is Hades. So Hades is a roguelite game that came out this year. I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's fantastic. I went into that game with very, very low expectations and was pleasantly surprised. The gameplay is fast, it's fluid, and the amount of variety in every time you try to escape Hades' lair, or whatever, hell, I guess. Every time it's a different experience between the different weapon combinations you have, the different boons that you pick up. I can't think of any time where I felt like it felt the same to me, because of all the different variety in weapons and boons, and even the randomness of the dungeons, like of going to the next, clearing an area, so to speak, and moving on and choosing if you want, say, more health, or you want a boon from a particular Greek god or goddess, right? It's incredible, and every time you die, it gets a little bit easier and a little bit easier, and then you'll finally clear it, and then you'll just want to keep clearing it over and over again because they feed you a little bit more story every time you complete it. So, fantastic game. Highly, highly recommend Hades. And that's my number 5 game. So coming in at number 4 is Bloodborne. Another game that I started and I never finished until this year, and I'm so glad I did. I loved Bloodborne. It is now my favorite From Software game. I think what I love the most about Bloodborne is it's the gameplay. Like, it's not like Dark Souls where you're just, turtling behind your shield. You have to be very aggressive in Bloodborne, and once that clicked for me, I was really enjoying it because I just kind of, I don't know how to say it, but it's just like when you are not intimidated by the boss and you're just, you're dodging, you're lashing back out, dodging, lashing back out, it's just a really good feeling, and I can't put it into words, but if you played Bloodborne, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And just as I played through this game, it felt like it got easier and easier to me as it just kind of clicked, I guess. And I just love the setting, the Victorian kind of horror-like setting where people are turning into beasts and stuff like that. It's really good, and I really hope they make a sequel to this game. So, number 4, Bloodborne. Amazing game. All right, coming in at number 3 is a game that I was not expecting to like as much as I did, and that is The Last Story on the Wii. Fantastic game by the creator of Final Fantasy, Hironobu Sakaguchi. And in my opinion, this is his best game outside of Final Fantasy. The game is really short. It's got a really good battle system, but one thing I will say is if you play this game, turn off the auto attacks. There's a way, that was one of the biggest complaints of this game, is that you auto attack by kind of running into the enemy. You can turn it off and it makes it feel more like a normal action RPG. So if you haven't played this, guys, I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed the story. The music by Nobuo Uematsu is fantastic in this game, and I feel like it's very underrated, guys. I absolutely love this game. Just great story, great characters, and yeah, as long as you turn off auto attack, the battle system is very good. So, Last Story, number 3. All right, coming in at number 2 is Persona 4 Golden. I played this at the beginning of this year, and oh man, I love this game. Just, I couldn't ever put it down. It took like 70 hours to beat, but it was worth every minute. I just love I love the music. I love the characters. I love the whole kind of murder mystery theme in the game, where you're trying to figure out why these people are dying all of a sudden. It kind of felt kind of detective-y to me, and God, it's great. I can't say enough good things about Persona. It's become one of my favorite franchises, and Golden is absolutely incredible. So, highly recommend it, guys. Persona 4 Golden. And coming in at number 1, I know, I'm a fanboy. Persona 5 Royal. I loved this game, guys. 115 hours, I think I put into this game. What a ride, I gotta say. So I never finished the original Persona. I had started it, and it was around that time that Persona 5 Royal was actually announced, so I decided to just kind of quit and then just wait for the Royal Edition. That way I could have a full experience and put my 100 plus hours to the best use. So, fantastic. I love all the characters in this game. And what I love most about Persona, I've come to realize, is the whole day-to-day experience for me is really immersive. You feel like you're Joker. You feel like these characters that you're spending hours and hours and hours with are like your friends, like your real friends. You know what I mean? Like, because you're hanging out together after school. You're going in and to people's palaces and curing their corruption and stuff. And it's fantastic. And the battle system in this game, they have a few quality of life improvements in the Royal Edition. The extra character, the extra palace at the end. And what I love most about the battle system is you don't have to necessarily the game will automatically choose like the best action for you as far as picking an attack that is best for enemy weaknesses, and that saves so much time. I really like that. Other than Persona 4 Golden, you're like constantly having to remember and check what an enemy's weakness is, where in Persona 5 it kind of does that automatically for you. Where it still kind of gives you the freedom to say do your buffs and debuffs the way that you would prefer to do them. So battle system is absolutely incredible, and the music, guys, this soundtrack is like the best ever, bar none. every time I'm in battle, or especially towards the end of the game, the boss themes are just so good. Like you'll just sit there and listen to it, and move your hips a little bit to the groove, and it's fantastic. Just everything about this game. I could go on and on and on about how much I love this game, but I'll spare you guys my fanboyisms for the sake of the length of this video. So anyway, guys, those are my top 10 games that I played in 2020. Again, not in factoring in release date. Let me know if you guys played any of these games. Let me know what your top 10 games are that you played this year or in 2020, however you'd like to do it. Like I said, I will be putting out another video focusing on games that just came out in 2020. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.